And it's coming over to you now.
Yep, I can see
Cool.
our friend. Oh, and there are dragons in the background. This is great.
Get back into full screen.
What's better than this?
Right? That's what I'm saying. And we're recording. Yeah, it keeps current settings. Okay, there we go. All right. So let's wait for the people and let's get on with this.
Let's do it.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to You Have a Friend in Majula. It's me, your friend Dia. I'm here with your friend Derby, and we are joined by our fabulous co-host and also your friend Trevor Strunk. Trevor, say hi.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Derby. Hi, Dia.
So
how's everyone doing? It's nice to be back.
It's good to be back. You know, you had a malady last time.
I had a malady. I was stricken by COVID-19. It finally came into my home, and boy did it! It got everyone.
Yeah, wow. It just ran through you like the Red Death. But thankfully you all made it through, and you sound well, which is good.
Also, what happened in the Red Death, as I recall.
Yeah. And in
everyone
the end,
was fine.
And in the end, the aristocracies, persisted.
they take off Death's mask, and it's their old friend who's
Bob
playing
Hope.
a practical joke. Yeah, it's Bob Hope. Dia, how are you feeling this evening?
I'm a little bit fucked up. I got invited by the Philadelphia Department of Health to get my part 1 of the monkeypox vaccine because I'm one of those horrible queers with pre-existing conditions. So
we love to get an invitation from the Philadelphia Department of Health.
We love when they do anything. When they have the funding and the political wherewithal to do anything, we really do love it. So we take them up on these offers.
I'm glad that they were doing it this time and not some shady corporation made by like a student to steal all their money like they did during COVID.
Jesus Christ, man.
That was a shame.
Yeah, it's hard out here. In this way, Dark Souls mirrors our own reality.
That's so true.
Yeah.
As always, I mean, Dark Souls is reflective of our own reality in many complicated ways, both in terms of depression. Dark Souls is about depression, if you haven't heard.
In this essay, Trevor will.
and also in the way that it is about just being sick all the time.
Seriously, right?
I mean, it's prove me wrong.
Similar to Dark Souls, I have like this massive welt on my right forearm now that itches like a motherfucker. Holy shit! It is like the worst spider bite. And like so I'm a little run down. And
that's such a scary idea, a vaccine that ends up being a spider bite.
Especially when they're like, oh yeah, it's a live virus, but don't worry, it's been attenuated. And it's like, you made a little bubble on my arm filled with a virus in a suspension that's alive, insofar as viruses can be alive. And then it turned into this like spreading, 50-cent piece giant red welt on my arm that itches. And it's kind of like a spider bite, but it's also a spider bite full of live virus. Weird.
It is weird. But it's also now your friend, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's good to have a friend.
So,
in Majula. And outside of Majula as well.
It's true. It's good to have friends. It's also good to have friends in places such as Algebra, where you can trade crystals with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're like 33 episodes deep. If you didn't get the reference that the title I'm pulling for this LP is pulling from, there are NPCs in Castlevania 2: Simon's Quest who will say you have a friend in the town of Algebra, I think there's another. I think there's a couple other towns.
I don't think I knew that actually. That's a fun reference. I just thought it was a cleverly named show.
It's well, because you have friends, like we're your friends, and there's Majula, which like kind of rhymes with algebra, and then we're friends there in the town. It's a town that is a haven in a nightmare hellscape. It
sure is.
It is about being cursed. There are many connections between Simon's Quest and Dark Souls. Both of them are sequels that, in many ways radically change the Dark Souls 2 obviously is not quite such a radical departure as Simon's Quest 2 is, but they are both radical departures from their, previous game. In this essay, I will.
I think Simon's Quest gets a really bad rap. I think perhaps you agree with this. It's not a bad game, and I feel like it gets on those lists of like, ugh, this game was terrible. I feel like it is actually like fairly good and like inventive and neat.
Simon's Quest is one of those very formative games for me. Simon's Quest, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, and
yes, excuse me, yes.
Zelda 2, The Legend of Zelda 2, Link's Adventure, both very, very, very critically formative games for me. Both have a lot in common with Dark Souls. Both have a lot in common with each other, and both really are the kind of thing where it's a sequel that is very much trying to do new things and figure out new things with the game itself that it's following on from. Trevor, did we last time go and did we run into Aldia in the Black Gulch? We did, didn't we? We finally.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So now.
Yeah, we did that big explosion. It was either last time or the time before, but we finally triggered that.
But we didn't continue on there. We decided to go on and fight people, and I was reminded that no, you have to go and talk to Aldia. This is where you can tell the breakdown between how many times I've played Dark Souls 2 versus how many times I've played Scholar, because I really don't think about Aldia very much at all. And so in some ways, this Let's Play is an interesting way to think through Aldia and what Aldia brings to the table, because I don't know that Aldia does. I think Aldia might be one of those late additions to Arthuriana that as much as it becomes a device for exegesis, also becomes kind of an albatross.
Interesting. I can see that. I mean, I think
kind of an over-explanatory albatross. But
I wonder how much that'll bear out. I think you're right. I think it's I think what we get with Aldia is, and again, we'll have to see, but
I'm willing to be wrong here, but I know we do. We ultimately get another boss, which is always, in a game full of bosses,
always exciting,
always fun. But
if Dark Souls 2 needed another thing, it was another boss. I just felt there was. Where are all the bosses? No, it's also. I mean, it makes the themes of the game clear. Aldia feels like one of those things they added because they were like, did we make the themes clear enough? Like, do we need to clarify this at all for our readers?
And as I understand it, that very much is Aldia's point. Like, the DLC was like, oh, this is our chance to. People didn't understand. People thought this was like, lacking in some way, and they weren't understanding what was happening. Let's make a character that kind of ties it all together and makes it clear for people. And
never a good idea. If people aren't getting it, just I feel like the best move at that point is just to be like, yeah, look, that's their fault. Yeah. That's not my fault. I did my best. I made a good game. If you don't get it, that's on you.
Yeah, but so we're gonna go and yep, here he is.
Good old Aldia. I do like his design.
Yeah, that is.
I love that he's a big head.
Aldia is sick as hell. Like, it's just a big fucking tree stump head. Like, that's so good.
I did see someone did a tweet where they put that weird like free game that has that weird looking tree that everyone keeps getting the ad for, and they said, "What's going on with Aldi and Scholar of the First Sin?" And it was just the tree face from that free game. And it was very good to look at.
Good.
It was exciting. But no, I like his mouth. I like that he's always on fire. He's melting.
Yeah.
Good job turning up that sound effect.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need our voice up. We need a little more sound. It was Aldia's weird fire breathing, crunchy sound. It's like someone like they like were eating some chips underwater.
Yeah, just oh, can I get some audio of you eating those chips in extreme slow mo?
All right, let's talk to Aldia.
I believe we've been acquainted. Young hollow, conqueror of fear. What drives you so to overcome the supposed curse?
Supposed curse.
Supposed curse. Yeah, Aldia's got some thoughts about curses. Aldia also has some thoughts about like eugenics and things like that too. So you know, take everything he says with a grain of salt. Just just saying. I really love just running like the running Aldia's voice actors lines through just like so many filters.
Oh
So
yeah,
good.
no, this is like more filters than like the album you make in high school where you're like, I need to make this sound better. Can I add some reverb?
Yeah.
Like the Aldia is on like a higher level than even that.
Aldia like was just like, yeah, I liked Frampton Comes Alive, but what if he had, Tom Morello's filter or like stomp box like paddles, like just how many pedals can we run Aldia's voice through?
I do feel like you do, but maybe I even feel more like you do.
All right, let's see.
Life is brilliant, beautiful. It enchants us to the point of obsession. Some are true to their purpose, then they are officials, flesh and mind. One man lost his own body, but lingered on as a head.
Huh.
Others chase the charms of love. However it is. What is it that drives you?
It also sounds like we've got a second voice in there.
Yeah, it sounds like a higher pitched or
I don't know if they
woman's
just
voice
pitched up
maybe.
Aldia's voice actor or if they added in a second voice actress or something. But it's interesting watching Aldia's voice literally blend as a way of showing kind of like emotion through the voice itself.
Definitely when he brings up love too, which is interesting.
Yeah. And that like life is beautiful. We get more of the higher pitch coming through.
Also, a Vengarl reference, which we all like.
We get a Vengarl reference. We get the. I'm trying to wonder who the two chasing love are. If that is who that's a reference to.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone in the game who's in love.
Well, like yeah, because like that we have specifically run into. Like I know there's the man scorpion.
Yeah, maybe that's who they mean.
Maybe that's it. But
Because there's also
we also have the kind of the Romeo and Juliet story with the towers. We have the what's her face, the other princess, the poison pit one. We have
Right.
Vendrick and Nashandra. I think maybe,
but that's more.
yeah.
I don't know. That's not a lot of love going on there.
It's what is that a reference to explicitly? I am actually kind of at a loss.
Yeah, me too.
The Lord of Light banished the dark and all that stand from humanity. And men assumed a fleeting form. These are the roots of our world. Men are props in states of life, and no matter how tender, how explicit, the lie will remain a lie. Young Harlow, knowing this, do you still desire peace?
So this is interesting because now here we start talking about Gwyn and the initial linking of the first flame and everything like that, casting away dark. Dark Souls 1, it puts together that mankind, meaning not the gods, not the demons or anything else like that. Man itself is from the darkness. That's what is the kind of element attached to mankind, and that's why we get the dark sign, and that's why we get the undead curse, and so on and so forth. It all stems from the darkness. It all stems from God, I just forgot his name. The big motherfucker we fight in the pit that Artorias went to go deal with.
Oh, Nito?
Nito.
No, not
Nito.
Nito.
Nito's the first of the dead.
Yeah, the four. Oh yeah, no, Manos, right?
Yeah.
God, I hate that boss. Yeah, it's interesting. Like the idea that mankind is just dark.
Yeah.
It's not really a Dark Souls position. Like that doesn't seem to be at any point what the games are about, but it also seems like true, right? Like in what Aldi is saying. So I think like for me that whole claim there, the most interesting claim as a lie, no matter how nice it's gussied up, is still a lie, and whether or not we actually agree with that.
Yeah. And I mean, like, we have there's no evidence that we can't, like, there's like, okay, so men are fleeting. Men still exist during the Age of Flame. We've never, the game has never offered us up an Age of Darkness. Dark Souls doesn't do that. It's not interested in, the world where the flame is at full peak. It's not interested in the world where it's all darkness. It is interested in the space, in that transitional space, obviously.
Right.
Because that's where a player can have agency. Ultimately, it's, giving a player a choice where things are, where they can act.
Right, and I think it's to its credit that it isn't interested in, particularly in the dark, right? Like you could see it trying, like these games trying to be like, oh, this is what happened before, and like, yeah, I guess, like,
yeah,
that's kind of interesting, but
there is a world where Dark Souls 2 is the Mass Effect 2, and it's all about like, oh, what if the first flame wasn't linked, the fire wasn't re-linked, kindled in the end of Dark Souls 1, is the canonical ending. You walk away from the flame, and now it's the world of dark, and Darkstalker Koth is running around big time, and like, you're the Lord of Darkness or whatever.
Right.
That sounds like a really boring game.
Yeah, and they sort of get that, which is like, honestly, for all the myopia that people talk about in these games, and I think it's just become trendy to do that because people like them so much, but like, they really do get that, like, what's interesting about this is you get to make very passive things that seem like passive choices within the world that sort of become these organic world-shaping ideas, and the only way you can do that is when you're in a liminal space. And so Aldia clearly wants it to be one space. Aldia is doing the thing that I think a lot of people, including myself, think of as like the good ending of Dark Souls, where you unlink the flame and you go back into dark because it's the truth. But I don't know, if Aldia does something good in this game, it's pointing out that that's not as like, oh, you did it, you banished the aristocracy, good job, young communist. Like, it's not that clear of like a good moral ending, and if Aldia's telling us the truth here.
Yeah. And so, okay, so I guess we should
answer. What I want you tell me what's Derby's choice.
So I think, I mean, Derby has no pretensions. Like, Derby was there for Gwyn. Derby put Gwyn down. Derby knows Derby went through the Great Hollow to the roots of the earth, saw the last living dragon, and was just like, well, it's all bullshit anyway. But we're still here. So I think Derby ultimately does want peace. No matter what, what that looks like for Derby. That's up for debate. I think yes. I think Derby still does want peace.
Venric, the near true monarch, is here, and not far off. But what does it mean? You, neither born with greatness nor grounded it by the fates. What is it you seek? You cannot even say yourself. We shall meet again, young Hollow.
Hi, Aldea.
Yep. Bye, Aldea. So,
Interesting.
that was our next encounter with Aldea. I think the final one is somewhere at the Dragon Eyrie. Or it's the Dragon Shrine. I think it's Dragon Shrine, actually. We should find out right away. Yep.
Now there he is.
There's little Aldea.
He's tiny Aldea.
This is as much as he can manifest in this room.
Hey, what's up? Well, it is the Dragon Shrine. He's not well liked here.
Hollow. How you grapple without falter with this dreadfully twisted world.
I think how now we're getting more kind of like aged Patrick Stewart coming through.
Oh yeah. He sounds like withered and tired here, as opposed to distorted and wacky. This is like
Peace grants men the illusion of life. Shackled by falsehoods, they yearn for love, unaware of its grand illusion. Until the curse touches their flesh. We are bound by this yoke. As true as the dark that churns within men.
Okay, Aldea. That's real edgy. Okay.
kind of what you said before.
Yeah.
All men trust fully the illusion of life. But is this so wrong? A construction of facade, and yet a world full of warmth and resplendence. Young Hollow, are you intent on shattering the yoke? Spoil this wonderful falsehood?
No, I don't think Derby cares about all that, actually.
I am Olya. I sought to shed the yoke of fate, but failed. Now, I only await an answer. Seek the throne. Seek light, dark, and what lies beyond.
Oh,
Okay,
bye.
bro. Bye. So that's Aldea. Still doing that whole thing.
And why not, right?
Yeah, like whatever. So now we gotta fight a big old dragon. Which,
That second Aldea is. They should have done more with that. That's a little disappointing, I have to say.
Yeah, I guess that's also kind of the thing is that Aldea comes through and he's got this whole little like, oh, what does it all mean? I took a philosophy class and became a contrarian. I read Nietzsche and I've got a God is dead shirt now. Ooh. And it's like Aldea is like that dude like everyone had in like college and like no one liked him. And like, he wasn't ever really like openly terrible. It's just you didn't want to talk to him because he was just such an asshole.
Yeah, it's just boring.
Yeah, and so like,
yeah, I've heard it all before.
So like his whole like, oh, it's a falsehood, but oh, maybe people are happy in the cave. Did you ever think about that? Oh. And it's like, okay, yeah, maybe people are happy in the cave. It doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
Like get some materialism, Aldia.
Aldia hates materialism because he's a burning head at this point. I would also hate it.
Yeah, if I was just
were
burning
head. I get it. Like maybe he's sort of talking himself into imagining the lie being good now.
God.
Oh yeah, we killed all these.
Yeah, we did. So now we've only got the cool dragon guys left.
That was so cool of us. What a clutch move. Thanks, past us.
We really thought that one through. And then a number of people were very just horrified by last episode. Even people who didn't watch it, they were just simply told about it. We're just like, are you kidding me? And then when the fact that we still managed to lose a number of the souls, or that the souls, the effigies.
Oh yeah, no, it was not. Yeah, I can't imagine they were very pleased with our efforts. But that's not why Derby or why we
that's not how we do things.
No.
But so for this next bit, I actually realized that we're not availed by our armor really, or having two swords at the same time, but with double wielding will give us a good one strike. Because for this, what we really need is we need speed and we need stamina.
Okay.
Because yeah, did I never get the Ring of Blades? Did I seriously never picked it up? I don't even remember where you get it anymore.
Do we really want it for this battle? I can look it up.
No, it's not. It just speeds things up a little bit.
Yeah, it's a help.
I was like, I know there's a way to this is not easy mode, but not quite so, so he doesn't constantly get in the air and then just fuck you from the sky, because when the dragon gets in the air, he fucks you from the sky, and that's just all it is to it. There is a way
That's correct, yes.
to not deal with that, and it basically involves actually, do I have any? I do have some paper. I'm gonna put that on my belt and use those while I'm here.
See, I didn't realize people were deeply disturbed by our last episode. That's pretty funny.
People thought that was just absolutely one of those just bonkers. Oh, that's right. I can't put it clear. I can't the sword. Never mind. So we're just gonna go through, and we're gonna do this. So they enter the mist. Jesus.
There we go.
So the key is to just get up here and get in between these toes.
Okay. All right.
And then basically we go over to the other ones. Oh shit. Oh no. Did it wrong. Yep, did it wrong.
Oh. So if you do it right, he doesn't fly up.
He just doesn't fly up. I have to wait for him to stomp, and that's what I didn't do. I was my brain was yeah, you get 2 strikes in, and it's you can get more than 2 strikes in sometimes, and you just got to wait for him to start picking that foot up. But basically, you go to that back foot, you stay between the toes, and you go whomp, whomp, whomp until he starts to move his foot and stomp on you. And then you switch and you run to the other toes. And as long as you do that, he just kind of stays in that little zone. And then you don't have to worry about the shit. Though honestly, it was funny because I remember the one time we were fighting him, and
fairly close.
We did.
Now part of that was because we had our friend with us, who's fairly helpful at tanking.
It's true, and now we've got a bunch of human effigies again, so we can call on him should we choose to.
I forgot about our skeletons for a second there. That was the best.
That was so good. We fought
So
so many skeletons just hanging out there, and then poor
And then we
Kale.
lost some of them, and yeah, Kale's like, "There's more skeletons."
It's like these 45 souls that'll just forever be back and forth here until we finally like beat this boss. Actually, I think Ring of Binding. I kind of want to leave that on. Which one of these? I don't really care about poise for this because it's a dragon.
Yeah,
Put that on just so we get more. When we do kill him, we get more souls.
that's a fun idea. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Now that's
I'm doing
thinking
this.
ahead.
Come on, Derby. God, there really is like a big delay. For
It has to load the dragon.
like it does. Like wow. Like.
When the dragon's just sitting there, it does not have to load the dragon. When you were going to fight this dragon, it needs you to know.
Oh shit. I got stopped on there.
Okay, so
Okay.
this seems like a great thing if we can
Yeah.
not be
Time it.
stopped.
The timing, or the hitbox on that, I'd like to just take a moment for the hitbox for the dragon's foot. That was nowhere near Derby, and yet still somehow managed to completely wreck.
Once again, the sainted genius Miyazaki has done it again. There's no denying the greatness of that hitbox. The arbitrary quality of it is a reference to the arbitrary nature of life.
Okay, so
I like Vengarld. I like Vengarld naked Derby.
yeah, no, it's a good time. You'll remember that Derby's a lad now.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Although we never discussed if we didn't pin down pronouns for Derby because Derby, I don't feel like, decided on pronouns.
No, I don't know that Derby was really thought about pronouns so much. Okay, it's 45 souls back. But you are keeping track of our deaths, right, Trevor?
I sure am. We are at 2 deaths.
Cool.
I can't imagine we'll get to 30 like last time. But you never know. Never say never.
Bitch.
Oh,
Back here.
I was gonna say maybe heal.
Oh, son of a bitch.
What? Yeah, you're
he
standing.
He can breathe back through. I forgot about that.
Ugh. Okay, well this method will get us there.
Yeah, no, this is on me. It's just my reaction time is slow.
Protected.
Though part of me does wonder what happens if I do bring Vengarl in on top of.
I don't know. You might.
I don't.
It's interesting. I don't think your method will work.
No,
if you bring Vengarl
I think
in.
the method falls apart if I bring Vengarl in. But part of me wants to just see.
I mean, I can't blame you for that. Makes sense to me. seeing. Oh, there we are.
Yeah, let's try it. Why not? Derby's big masculine body.
I feel like without the little like bra that they give characters when you like roll them as having breasts in this game, like I feel like it looks almost too clean cut without that. Like that like scrap adds like texture.
Well,
whereas this just feels like
it's funny because like there's such a softness to the trunk that they give you. Like
yeah.
there's like this weird kind of, you know, like pre-Raphaelite softness to the
pre-Raphaelite is exactly right. Yes, it is. It like I don't quite know how to say it. It doesn't match with the game. It almost looks like a He-Man doll or something like that.
well.
So far, Beggar seems to be helping.
Nope. Good for now. Hey, Garl.
Garl, you're supposed to be tanking here. That's not how this works.
Yeah, so he's gonna trick the dragon into going up in the air.
Yeah.
I
That's
was
a
just
shame.
curious. Like,
I mean, we have to try.
it's
I
a shame
think
you
so.
can't like do the thing that, you know, other games do, where it's like you can be like, on me,
Oh,
assist
yeah.
me, follow me.
That would be really weird if that was something that Dark Souls had. I feel like that's the one bridge too far in terms of an interface for this game. Like if you could order around your summons, it would just change the game so much.
You can just tell your summons, hello.
I will say, prattling pate would be nice to have in this game. I do miss that from Elden Ring. I like the ridiculous things you could say. Although, no, you're right. You have the little
yeah, we got the wood block
blocks.
cuts.
So we're not missing anything.
Yeah, I know.
Still a perfect game. I take it all back.
I'm sorry.
I love how you have to throw it and break it.
yeah.
It's so good.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, jeez. Oh, nice.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Ah. Oh, I thought that was the one. We're so close, though.
It's true.
This is the silence of intense gaming.
This is me being like, all right, it's no longer. It's now just on.
It's not quote unquote fun anymore.
Well, it's so funny because it's like oh, it's the cheese method, but it's the cheese method that like requires like, you know, being perfect with an imperfect AI and like a hitbox
also,
that makes no sense.
It's also such an unfair and like obviously optional boss. Like just completely like they do not want you fighting this battle. They like they could not make it any clearer for that. And I think like that's a big part of it where it's like, yeah, look, like it's going to be incredibly hard because you shouldn't be doing this in the first place. But I guess if, you know, they should have given us more giant souls if they really didn't want us to fight this dragon.
It's true.
This is for you, Vendrick.
Can I double up on the green blossoms? I don't remember. No. Okay. Whatever.
So that doesn't stack on top of
I
it.
don't think so. I was just curious if it might. What?
What happened there? What happened? It just killed you. What? That's unfair.
What
is
even,
that about?
What even happened there? I don't understand Dark Souls.
There was no attack.
It was like it like triggered the damage for the full foot stomp without the stomp animation going off.
Yeah, which I mean, you do need if you're going to avoid that stomp. You need to know that it's happening. It's a critical problem.
Well, Dark Souls is always fair, no matter what. Dark Souls is always fair, you know. It's just you gotta get good.
That's why you don't need easy mode. It's super fair.
Dark Souls is always fair. It's firm but fair, man. I love the notion that Dark Souls is like ever fair.
Well, if Dark Souls is ever fair, it is then made unfair by the fact that Dark Souls is, at its core, like one of its core tenets is it's a janky game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no one wants to admit it. It's way janky. It's like, it's, you know, all the games we love from like, you know, Eastern European developers or whatever. Dark Souls has this too.
Right. Well, I mean,
absolutely.
That's why that's how we managed to get through, you know, what, most of the game and like miss all of Aldia, the entire we managed to miss the entire Scholar of the First Sin.
Yeah, how do you make a version of the game that's supposed to like tell you more about the Scholar of the First Sin, and it's like, yeah, you could just avoid it though. Like, just don't worry about it. Like, just don't open this one flame.
close.
Yeah. Smart.
Oh, shit. Son of a bitch. We're getting there.
Can you double tap drink in this game? I remember trying to remember if that's something that happens in Dark Souls 2.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Because I know you can in some of them, but it would be a very Dark Souls 2 thing to take that away.
No, I don't have flash sweat, do I? Nope. Oh well.
What's flash sweat?
It just greatly increases your fire resistance.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Like if I had it, I was just gonna like I could just throw it on real fast, but like it's not important. It is funny because, like, so after this guy, we've got Vendrick.
Who's going to be another huge pain?
Well, it's funny because, like, I mean, Vendrick, the key to Vendrick is also, it's the same thing. It's staying behind him and, like, you know, hitting his ankles, basically. Which, you know, as much as I love a lot of the boss fights in Dark Souls. In Dark Souls 2 especially, and then a lot of the boss fights are hit the big thing's ankles from behind.
It's true. Like I'm obsessed with Demon Souls, but there's the Tower Knight, or that giant knight is the perfect example of like, yeah, just like stay far away and use a bow if you can't be.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll be fine.
That's what it wants. You know, and it's like the joke is like, you know, we always had the circle strafe behind, hit their back, and then you get the flexile servant or flexile sentry, who has the dude stapled to his back.
Yeah, right, exactly. Can't do that now, can you?
But then so many of the bosses are still just circle strafe behind them and hit them at the back. In the end, it's just like that's an interesting one-off, but ultimately.
Yeah, they figured out one thing to
oh, son of a bitch! You're gonna start this spot. I went too far to the one side. Is what happened. And he did that to me. Yeah. Dick.
Ugh.
Which foot you gonna do? That one? Okay, fine.
I think if you stand right there, you can't be hurt. Yeah. What?
Yeah, he fucking blocked that toe.
Hey! Flexible dragon.
Oh, Oh, son of a bitch. Dick. Oh, what? Well, yeah, what?
Wow.
What, motherfucker?
Okay. Yes.
What's up, motherfucker?
There we go. Whew. Oh my
I told you we'd get
word.
it eventually. Peace the fuck out, ancient dragon. No,
I think it only
R.I.P.
took us 8 deaths. Unless I may even be over. I mean, I'm pretty sure I counted right, and it
Yeah, I
only took us
imagine
8 deaths.
you counted right.
It's not bad.
Yeah, you know, we had the the 25 from last time, but sure.
I was 30 last time.
I'm thinking about in terms of the deaths
Oh,
to
just
the dragon.
with the dragon? Yeah, I don't think it. I think that was maybe like 10 or 12. I think we had like 20 to the skeletons.
That's for Dark Souls 3. When we do that, Trevor, we'll have to do an individual death count per boss.
Oh yeah, no, that's a really good idea. Actually, that would be. I think people deserve that.
How are you guys feeling about that? You guys
Sound
okay?
off in the comments. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they're.
Uh oh. Oh.
Are they good? Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they do that weird. They do that weird flex when they turn.
Ha!
Yeah.
I just want to
Why
keep you
am
on
I
your
running?
toes.
I've got this thing. So
Barely know what to do with
we
myself.
killed a giant that wasn't a giant, or that wasn't a giant anymore. He was a dragon now.
It's a shame. It's a shame to kill the dragon. It's beautiful, but we have to kill Aldia. Or we have to kill, well, we do, but we have to kill Vendrick, so
It's true.
these things happen.
And so I think it's 25% reduction each time. So 4 puts him at like normal damage.
I think it's like a
Or is it a
you need
fifth?
5. I think you need 5 to do full normal
Damn.
damage, so you're close.
Well,
Well, we can't get 5. This is
we can't get
I guess,
5.
the most
We
can
could.
do.
There's ways in which we could get 5, but I'm not doing that because that's be so
We
much
do
more
a bonfire
frustrating.
setting.
Yeah, look, I made Majula +7. Fuck off. Bonfire intensity 7. Hell yeah.
It'd be so funny to just like. But the way we have to get the thing is just to go do the rotten at bonfire aesthetic 5 or whatever.
But so
Bring it
okay,
back.
so we've got to the end game. We have Vendrick, and then we have the Throne Watcher and the Throne Keeper, and then we have
Okay.
Nishandra, and then we have Aldia.
And at some point we have the DLC. But
and then we
could
have
do
the
that
DLC
after.
after. Yeah, we can do after in this game, and we're gonna do that because
That's so cool. What a good
Bearer of the
choice.
curse, I will always be at your side until hope has fully withered.
Starting to sound like Aldia.
all right. So
Right.
let's see. How do we want to spend 132,000 souls? That's a lot of souls.
It's a lot of souls.
We could definitely put some. We could put it all in vigor. That's an extra 80,
Honestly,
80 hit points, baby.
it's really good. What would happen if we put it into like endurance? Oh wow, we get a lot of.
We could
endurance isn't all that exciting.
we could 4 endurance. Yeah, which is you know, it's again it's significant because we only have 23 now, but still.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that always
good.
feels disappointing.
Yeah.
How many? So like put it all in adaptability, we get our full, I think 102 is actually, or 101? Either 101 or 102 that you get your max iframes with rolling, but
What would we get if we put it
it doesn't
in?
really give us a lot.
Strength.
I think I'm just going to put it all into vigor.
I think, yeah, vigor seems
Especially
like the way
going
to go.
into the final.
Well, yeah, because a little bit more strength isn't really going to do too much, but if we can tank a couple more hits from Vendrick.
Like being able to take like just to get away with that one extra hit, you know,
Right.
makes all the difference in the world.
As we determined in that fight against the
Yeah.
dragon.
All right, where's our other? There we go. Let's put our armor back on, because
I love the thematic quality of our armor. Such a
Yeah.
nice.
oh, did we never my guy.
I knew you.
Oh yeah, we have Twinkling Titan.
Yeah, we got Tinking Titan. Yeah, we can reinforce some things.
Armor, right?
Yeah.
You have to go to the next.
Oh, there we go.
Category.
I was like, why isn't it letting me? I'm so used to using the bumpers to change categories now.
Oh sure. I mean, why
that-
wouldn't you be?
That it's different enough that I was like, oh wait, yeah, right. The Desert Sorcerer's Hood. I was like, what
Because that's what happened. That's how it works, if I'm remembering correctly from the little I've played. That's how it works in Destiny.
Yes. Which is what I've been doing with my time. Though I did duck back into Final Fantasy 14. I resubbed.
Oh, how's that going for you?
It's very interesting going from Destiny storytelling, because I realized there's like the patches that I haven't done. Going from Destiny storytelling to the storytelling in Final Fantasy is such a just gear shift. Holy shit!
I'll be around.
Yeah, I can see that. They're
Uh,
very different stories and very different like methods of telling those
They're
stories. for sure.
very different methods of telling stories, and they are very different paces for telling stories. Like, God, I guess I had to go and like we had to go into the void or whatever. I had to unlock I guess a dungeon, and like the fact that it like I played for an hour, and all it did was like get to the part where I unlocked
Oh yeah.
the one raid. I was just, or the one dungeon. I was just like, are you kidding me? I spent an hour on this, and
It feels so good. Actually, I will say I liked the story in this last patch. I'm not finished with it, but I enjoyed it. It felt okay. It felt better than the first patch, I would say. The first patch, like I feel like the story was like a little bit. Oh, we're telling you what's gonna happen. Like, get excited. Yeah, but I'm not. And then this one, at least, they kind of like you actually went into the area and went to the dungeon and stuff.
yeah,
And that again, that's Destiny versus Final Fantasy storytelling. Destiny gets you there right away.
well, it's so funny because like the other big shift in Destiny is in Final Fantasy 14. I am a white mage. Like that's my main. And in Destiny, I am extremely not a white mage. Even
you are a killer in Destiny.
Yeah, in Destiny, you are a killer. My favorite thing with Destiny is that, like, they frequently talk about, like, ooh, what would get a Guardian to come out here? And it's like, oh, of course, the promise of a new gun. And it's just like, the Guardians are just these psychopaths who are driven by, like, Guns and Ammo magazine and like whatever's happening on like TikTok from like 1992, like 1998. Like it's like the weird pop culture smash ups with like gun culture that the Guardians kind of like occupy as a zone is very interesting. It's kind of like someone took Final Fantasy Online and mashed it up with Lenina Huxley, Sandra Bullock's character from Demolition Man. But then
Forgot
like,
her surname was Huxley in
right,
that movie.
right,
Good
it's great.
lord.
It's so funny. I'll never forget that. It's my favorite thing.
Just in case you've read a book, let's give you a little bit of a neat little Easter egg here.
I love when screenwriters like, it's like, oh, this screenwriter took, like paid attention in high school honors English. God. But yeah, okay. So let's see here. Well, we did all that, and I guess the only thing left is to go kill Vendrick.
On you?
That's right.
Hey, Melentia. Can I buy any more of these? Okay. Oh, okay, that's all I can buy. I can only buy one more. All right, fine.
You've purchased your share.
It's like that. Okay.
Valencia has grown tired of your patronage.
Oh, I forgot about the run to kill Vendrick.
It's not fun. Let's not mince words. This is not a great run.
Is he the undead crypt, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we determined last time. You have to run up through all those. Oh, excuse me, guys, we don't want to kill.
I know. It's funny because, like, in, like, Dark Souls 2, it gives you the option of, like, now you can clear a path, right? Like, in theory, you can kill all the guys and you can make the little path and
right.
it's fine. But, like, dude, there's
don't
so
wanna.
many here, like,
yeah.
and there's the bell ringing guys that, like, are still gonna, like, do that shit.
There's always going to be
Oh,
a
son of
place
a
for it.
bitch.
Oh, no. There's always a place for running through.
Why are we? Yeah, come on, kick in. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say. Don't forget.
Son of a bitch. Vendrick, get back here. Oh, son of a bitch. This is gonna suck.
Yeah. It's so
It's a lot. It's a
ridiculous.
lot easier with a faster weapon too, because then you can get in and get it, like, your attacks in, and then, like, make sure you're behind him.
Yeah. This you're sort of in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah, man, I kind of wish I did, like, clear this space. It's gonna take so many runs to clear out this room. That's like, it's just not worth it.
No, I was gonna say, please don't
No.
stress yourself out by doing that. It's such a nightmare choice.
Yeah. Actually, I do want to kind of put my what did I have on before? I want the Ring of Steel protection on. That's not. It's a little more helpful.
Yeah, I would.
Oh wait,
think
no,
so.
that was the Ring of Binding.
Good choice with the Ring of Binding.
We run at the back. Maybe that'll be a little bit safer. Maybe. I don't actually know. Yep, that was safer.
That was safer. That was a good choice.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know, maybe I do want to just one sword this.
Yeah, I mean, let's see how much it takes away from your damage. I mean, the two swords are great because they usually deal so much damage, but on the dragon and Vendrick, it doesn't seem to really much matter.
But like, if I can, they use so much stamina as the thing.
Yeah, basically.
Damn it. Son of a bitch.
Oh.
Yeah, it's when he does that swipe.
He
Should have
doesn't
gone.
do it as-
I should have rolled the other direction, but I didn't know he was going to jump behind me and swipe right away.
He doesn't seem to swipe as much when you're behind him.
No,
which
and
is
like
interesting.
it like the fire breathing and the jumping in the air and shit. Like it really does. It minimizes his doing that. Like he still can do it, but it definitely minimizes how much he will do it. But it's just like that swing, just like
It's so hard. I mean, and it's such a broad swing. Like I guess if you dodge into it, you should be able to dodge it most times, but it's also, it's a Dark Souls swing. It's gonna hit you when it shouldn't. Because as we've discussed, Dark Souls is always fair.
Though it is funny, like how well. I'm gonna try both swords and we'll just see how it goes.
Fair enough.
So I think even if I just get like one hit in, and before I have to kind of reposition and get behind him, and like let him attack, like that will ultimately be better.
Well, we know you were doing about 380 every time last time.
Yeah.
So we'll see how much you do with two swords and. That's pretty good.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Ugh.
So that attack, he brings it across first and then swings back.
It's extremely brutal.
It's having an easier time targeting with just the one, so I'm gonna just go with the one because I wasn't connecting nearly as much for the price of the stamina.
Yeah. Well, that double down two-sword attack with the power stance is great, but it also, you need it to be locked on and you need it to not be moving because he's so thin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like it wasn't like getting the full damage from it like at all. Like it was doing, you know.
It was glancing blows every time.
Yeah, like I think I got one in that was like 500, but most of them were like 2, 3.
Right.
Which,
And if
like,
you're
if
gonna
I
get
just-
that, then you may as well just use
Yeah.
it.
Shit. Okay.
Now just imagine if you didn't get all that vigor beforehand. How awful this would be.
Okay. Let's go in here. Let's Oh, son of a bitch.
Although I think you're right to do that, the chop down, chop up swipe. That is definitely...
you definitely like it. It's faster than going for two full swings, which is
and every time it does about 400, which if it's inconsistent, that is not horrible.
No, like it's there. We'll get him. Just like with the dragon, you know, like we got it. It's just
gonna take some time.
We are fighting the king who, you know, literally requires us to just hold on to a bunch of dragon souls in order to touch him. Like,
he's pretty powerful, even though he's
yeah, like he's a big buff withered dude. You know,
he knows his worth.
Like, you know, Vendrick is like fighting like a tooled up like meth head like 70s, you know, like roadie. Like you don't want to fuck with those guys.
You don't. Yeah, this is like trying to take down the head of the MC. Never try to take down the head of the MC.
Like really, it is like he is the fucking head of the MC.
If any of you have watched Sons of Anarchy, I hope all of you have.
God.
Right? It's super important to know you don't take on the head of the MC.
I never finished Sons of Anarchy. I got to the point where they went to Ireland, and then instead I watched when the Always Sunny when the gang goes to Ireland instead.
I liked the Ireland season in Sons of Anarchy. The next two were not great, and then the last one I guess was fine. But it was definitely one of those ones that I was like, okay, I've invested too much into this. I have to finish it, and I wasn't thrilled about it. So I think you did the right thing.
Yeah, I was deeply invested in Katie Seagal.
Yeah, no, she's great in it.
Biker mom Katie Seagal was great. But the rest of the show, like eventually I just kind of petered out on.
There's a lot of the rest of the show. That's yeah.
It really is. I'm trying to think, is there anything that like I want to do here that's just even just slightly different that gives me just a little bit of an edge against Vendrick? Can I? I can't do that on my sword's enchanted. I think you can poison Vendrick. I think that's like one of the things.
Oh, that's one of the.
Do.
That's interesting. If we go on long enough, I mean, a poison sword, a poison dagger would be interesting.
Shit.
Oh my.
Son of a bitch, Vendrick. Bitch, let me get behind you. Oh, son of a bitch.
Ah. That was a good run though. The Divine Blessing takes so long to fill up.
It really does.
What is that?
It's like Guinevere's love or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's just like, man.
Oh no, water blessed by an ancient goddess. Her name is long forgotten. The Magic Academy of Malphite denies her even her existence. In any age, there's those who refuse to see reason. It is their meddling that distorts the truth. It's I'm pretty sure in Dark Souls 1, it's like no, this is water that's been blessed by Guinevere. So that's interesting about the Malphians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna poison dart him.
I only have 15. I don't know that it would work well.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just we gotta just fucking do it. It's just so much Vendrick bullshit.
I mean, it's all about just all about inertia, just doing it again and again and again.
I mean, there's reading Vendrick's weird tells and learning all of his movesets and things like that, and
He's like a punch-out boss.
And to some degree, that's something that's doable. But then to another degree, that's something that I'm just never really going to do all that well, especially not when I'm a little fuzzy from the monkeypox vaccine and from the Jamaica Me Happy.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
What you were drinking this evening?
Yeah, no, we are full on with the Jamaica Me Happy. Yeah, we are having a Seagram's Escape.
Okay. I am drinking a triple IPA, which sounds like try hard, but they made it down at the brewery down the street, and usually their triples are fine. I don't usually like these because they're very sweet.
What
brewery
all right. Is down the street from you, Trevor?
Free Will Brewery. If you're in the Bucks County area, I think Philly probably has some too. They're very good. They make a good beer. They're my favorite. I always go there now, but yeah, it's in coordination with the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Just feels very, very weird. I guess they gave some of the money to the. It's nice of them. Like I mean, I don't want to take it away from them, but it is kind of funny to be like, yeah, this is the Suicide Hotline triple.
Yeah,
right.
That's
right on, I guess.
Yeah, right on. Jump over me.
Vendrick really is like a punch-out boss. Like if you watch Vendrick's eyes flash once he's gonna do his sword dash down.
But he does change it up. Like I'm kind of impressed by how much Vendrick does kind of change his moveset up a little bit. Like it's enough that it keeps me on my toes, like trying to pay attention to what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, and it's nice because like the annoying thing about Vendrick is that his moves have that huge sweep. So like it's like, okay, that's irritating. If that was all that was going on, this would be like, I mean, it is an annoying battle, but it would be like completely insufferable.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Ah.
Fuck you, buddy. It's kind of bullshit, though. Like...
Oh, it's totally bullshit.
Vendrick, you're kind of bullshit. I'm not gonna lie.
We're routinely getting him down to half, so...
Yeah.
I predict we will beat Vendrick tonight.
I mean, you're saying that.
It's just a prediction.
Yeah, I'm saying it's... Oh, did you see the update to Elden Ring? The 1.07 or whatever dropped.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's new? Do we get DLC?
There is some data miners found what they believe to be hints towards the DLC.
Cool.
But also, they Dark Souls from Software finally figured out how to decouple PvP from PvE. And
Oh.
so now they can tweak things that are like ridiculous in PvP, but still leave them as like, game breaking as hell in the main game.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's great. So like all the chaos stuff is not immediately the thing that wins you PvP at this point.
Yeah, so
is
like
what you're telling
one
me.
of the things that like when Dark Souls 2 first came out, Faith was just absolutely absurd. Like you could just wreck everyone with Faith, and then because they had to adjust it down, they nerfed the hell out of Faith, and they kind of nerfed it into the ground. Really, like it's still pretty great, but like. It's also not.
It's not what it was.
It's not.
Probably, yeah. He didn't do his jump.
No.
And does the new patch add a viable ending? Is that just a little commentary on the way that game is?
Oh, son of a bitch. How did that not hit me, though?
That was an incredible dodge on your part, actually. That sight unseen dodge.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, we get to see Vedric's weirdo belly button. Oh.
That you put that undead taint.
No, I don't like it. I hate it.
Oh, son of a bitch.
It was enough to see Vedric's midriff.
No, Vendrick taint.
Yeah, not what anyone wants to see. Well, I take it back. I'm sure there's someone out there who wants to see that. That's okay.
Someone, if you are out there, getting Vendrick taint commissions, respect. I guess.
I guess.
I don't know what to study that, man. Like, hey, if Vendrick taint is what you want out of life, go with God. Because you probably
Or
need
whatever.
Jesus.
Or whatever the Vedric taint deity is.
That's an interesting question. Like, is Vendrick just man? Is Vendrick man? I guess so. Because Vendrick doesn't, like, he's not like a... Not like
Well,
one
he's
of those,
hollow, right?
Yeah. He's hollow. So he's man. Oh, god damn
Yeah,
it,
he's
you
just
do that.
extremely tall.
Yeah, he's just a very large man.
So maybe he's giant as well.
Well, he's done all the soul stuff.
That's true. He is kind of like checked out on that.
It's interesting that like we had giants in Dark Souls 1 and they were pretty chill. Like sure there was the one giant who was like shackled and he was a blacksmith, but like they had giant steps in Dark Souls 1 in Lordran. Like
They did. And the guy who was shackled, that sort of seemed like a specific thing.
yeah. Yeah, what if I get away from you for that shit, huh, Vendrick? What?
That's a pretty smart move, actually. Ooh, and then he does his worst move at you.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oof. That delay.
Yeah.
I feel like your method is really on this time around.
Yeah. Ah.
Shouldn't have said that.
Glistening eye.
He fixes you with his glistering eye, and in doing so, he just gets you in a position where he can kill you.
Right. Just Jesus.
But I guessed.
Fedric, my guy.
Just tell me the story about your mariner. Just leave me alone.
Tell me the story about my mariner.
I love Vendrick's glistering eye.
God.
Still maybe one of the most like, yeah, okay, like all your professors are gonna tell you it's good and all, but they're also right that the phrase glistering eye is very good. Far be it for me to give too much to the romantics, but
It's funny because like that's my era. It's like like what did I concentrate on? It was the fucking romantics. So like, you know,
they're fun though.
Is the romantics, and then I hung around and then all the professors that I liked were the medievalists. So like, you know.
Well, that's the problem. I mean, I've met romanticists who are nice and good teachers and all, but they are the most I don't know. I feel like as academics, they're the most unpredictable. You can run into some really I don't know, some pretty unfortunate romanticists.
I just like low-key wonder like what if I just can
you tank it with a shield maybe? Yeah, let's see. You like a tower shield?
I got the Macedon shield. Like what else what is there? A page shield.
What about that giant like cracked shield? What's that?
Well, that's only 90. So the Drake Keeper shield, that's 100 physical resist.
I wonder what will happen.
I'm just curious.
I'm very curious now that you brought it up.
Let's just find out. I mean, I don't think I have the stamina for it, but oof.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
but hey. Oh
worked.
shit.
Remember, you're not dodging anymore.
Oh.
No, this is gonna work. This is a good idea. Because he's so slow that being stunned doesn't even matter.
And we say that now, but I imagine there's a
I know, there's something.
there's a point. Look, God damn, Derby looks so good with this fucking Drake Keeper shield and shit.
It's really cool.
Damn, that's almost better than the dual great swords.
How much? I guess it's the stamina. You have the strength to.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of low-key thinking about soul vessels now.
I mean, look, if we wanna balance defense and offense,
Derby
now,
becomes a shield user.
I mean, I think this is a good tactical use of the soul vessels for sure.
Yeah. Oh wait, I don't want to go here. I want to go to
The lands betwixt or whatever. Yeah.
It cracks me up that Elden Ring is just fucking the lands betwixt. And it's just like, really? Really, y'all?
It's between things. Come on. Look, we don't have to explain it anymore.
Yeah, who do I talk to though?
Still do you?
Yeah, let's reallocate my points.
Oh,
Oh shit! Actually, wait. I need to see what my.
No, of course. Now go alone.
Yeah, we need to see what you have first.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So
I can write them down for you.
the 28 strength, 10 dex, and then I guess the Drake Keeper's Great Shield is what kind of what we want. Like that seems like to be the best. Well, it's the Gurm Great Shield.
It's worse elementally, but otherwise.
Yeah, but I feel like if we're gonna do a shield, like we might as well, do a fucking shield, right? Like.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think the Drake Keeper's Great Shield. God, I can speak. Is the one to go with.
All right, so we need 37 strength for that.
Yeah. I'm just making kind of mental notes for things in the future. We need at least 12 decks, but so 37 strength. We need at least 37 strength.
Okay.
And 37 strength, and what was it? 10 decks. So. And
okay.
I actually went 12 decks because I want to be able to use that bow at some point in the future.
All right.
Well, maybe actually we've got enough soul vessels. We might just not worry about that now. So, okay, first things first. 37 strength.
Okay.
Okay, and then 10 decks.
12 decks.
12 decks.
Or 10. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. We'll stick with 10
Alright.
for now. We're going to need a bunch of endurance.
Yeah.
So currently 23. I didn't check what our clip load was.
Well, our equip load was 89. I think it got us to 61% with everything on.
You can check
No,
and
of
see what our
course
load
not.
is.
Now go alone.
Equipment. Okay. So it's at 56.1 is our equip load with what we've got here. So
Still do you?
$37 strength.
Yeah, 37 strength,
Okay.
12 decks.
Okay. 25. Okay, so we've got we've got a wiggle room here.
We do. I mean, I would say probably want to bring up the equip load. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've got so many points. I feel like we can bring the equip load up to where we're currently at. That'll give us.
Yeah.
Maybe not that high. We could probably get away with 32. We put strength at 40. That's like the kind of standard strength build breakpoint.
Yeah, I mean, this is really
more
just an
poise.
adjustment as opposed to like
Yeah.
it's not the same kind of like redo as we had before.
Yeah. Okay. So this seems like.
All right, yeah.
Now, on a
So yeah, we're below our strength threshold with wiggle room, and we got this
64.5 as far as equip load, which seems good. Bringing back the shield.
Bringing back a shield, which is something I never use shields in these games. I think like one time
good with that.
One time I had like I was like I'm gonna make a big ol' like classic first edition Dungeons and Dragons cleric, and like it was like, you know, high poise, high weight, mace, and like, you know, a big tower shield, and like it was fun.
Yeah. Nothing not fun about that.
Yeah, like it was a good time. Yeah. Now we should hit a little bit harder with this one sword. Yeah, we'll be good.
Kirby's struggles have taught her the value of protection. Still am losing my mind at the gender coffin. I
Gender
never
coffin.
knew that was there.
Gender coffin is
Just
great.
like absolutely like what literary critic is out there? Who was it that wrote? There was a queer theorist who wrote a piece called like the rectum is a tomb or something like that. I think he also wrote my favorite titled film theory piece about Alfred Hitchcock's Rope called Anal Rope, which is very funny. Yeah, just very dramatic. But I feel like that would be something that he would like, the idea of the gender coffin. One can only hope.
I mean, whom doesn't love the idea of the gender coffin?
I love the gender coffin. I think the gender coffin is wonderful.
There we go. Look at that. We got more health, more stamina. We got a
lot more health.
Big shield.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
This is going to be great. This is going to be fun.
When you don't have to balance your big sword, it does.
You get to have some fun with some.
Yeah. You can have more health. All right, let's do this.
Boy, that's so much more stamina.
Oh, shit. Whew.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Ooh. Yikes.
Oh, wow.
The margin of error here is really wonderful, though.
I kept waiting for him to jump, but he was just like, no, I'm not going to jump. I could get far enough away, but I couldn't.
Man, it's so annoying.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, man.
He's just so much reach.
He just never dies.
Yeah.
Now that was a better build for this, though. I am 100%.
Yeah, no,
convinced
this
that
is
true.
this is the right call.
This is like a prime example of why you want soul vessels in this game. Like, listen, at a certain point, my cool build is going to be a build that I grow to hate because of one boss.
Well, and it's like, it's one of those things where it's like Dark Souls, the idea, like in the original one, it's like you had to like think, 20 paces ahead of where you were going to be, like from the start, to like figure out like what weapon you wanted to use and how you wanted to build your character. And like,
Right.
there's something interesting about that, but ultimately, like, halfway through, you're going to change your mind about things and you're going to wish you could tweak things. And Dark Souls 2 finally let you do that. Okay, ring binding, yeah, ring of giants, clear out the ring. Okay, yeah. Cool here.
Nice.
You wanna jump on me, boy? Son of a bitch. That is the
Okay.
problem when he gets those two swings in.
Oh,
I thought I had just enough time to get that
how's
off.
he so fast?
Because he's wiry.
Because yeah, that's the thing. We've talked about this.
Like, that is the thing. Is like Vedrick is
Strung out.
he is fast. He hits hard, and he's got range. It's just kind of like,
Yeah, you can't win.
no, like the way. I know the way I previously bait Vendrick was staying entirely at range, and like I think I just dark fogged the shit out of him.
That makes sense.
Like I'm pretty sure that's how I did it. All right, I'm gonna do maybe 2 more runs on him, and then I think
Call it a night.
call it a night. And we'll do.
I mean,
Ben-
I'm okay with that. I'm satisfied because we. I'm okay with whatever, but like I'm also satisfied because we changed things up and we're trying something new too. It feels like a very like robust video this week.
No, and like it's funny because like I always a foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds, and I do I fucking let's get some fucking Wordsworth in this bitch.
That's right. We were talking about the romantics, and
Yeah.
everyone thought, "Oh, Dia doesn't remember any romantics." Well, guess what?
God, was it? I think it was Coleridge who said that Wordsworth was the idiot boy. I think so.
It was either that sounds like something that Byron would say, but
I can't remember. It was someone in reference to The Idiot Boy is a poem about a developmentally disabled child who goes to fetch a doctor and gets lost in the woods, and because he is simple, he is a quote unquote innocent, basically, he gets like kind of confounded by nature. And stops to just appreciate the beauty and wonder of nature in the woods. And does not accomplish his task of getting the doctor. But luckily it's okay because the doctor just decided to come by and make a house call anyway and like bring medicine for his like dying mother, I think was the deal.
Nature provides, Dia.
Yeah.
If you're Wordsworth, nature provides.
And so
That's too funny.
And so like, but then in the end, the doctor then also comes out into the woods and finds the idiot boy. And I got it. I can't remember. I feel like it was Coleridge, but it was a piece of literary criticism at the time. And so don't ever assume that a literary criticism from history was nice at all, because it was not.
No.
It was so much more brutal than we are now.
Well, Byron called Keats little piss-a-bed Keats.
Yeah.
Like I just absolutely destroyed.
T.S. Eliot called fucking Hamlet Shakespeare's greatest failure or something like that. It was, because it didn't have a fucking letter that because
it's so good because what I love about old literary criticism too is like you're not reading it and thinking like, oh, this is so much smarter. It can be very smart. It's just as wrong sometimes. It's just way more mean.
Like all of all of the early moderns who were just like Ben Jonson is a cuck, and I saw his mom like sucking dick down by the theater, and it's just like, what, my guys.
Philip Sidney just saying like, yeah, this play kind of sucks, and it doesn't have the unities, so it'll probably just lead children into horrible excess and ruin society.
God, yeah. But so I want to say it was Coleridge, but it might have been Byron. But the gist of the criticism was, is that Wordsworth is actually the idiot boy, and he is lost in the wilderness of poetry, and he's so enraptured by it that he can't actually accomplish anything. And it's just like, God damn, man, that's
brutal.
It's brutal, but also kind of fuck Wordsworth.
Coleridge could be brutal to Wordsworth. Lime Tree Bower My Prison is that way, where it's like...
It really is.
Coleridge is like, well, you guys all left me here, but it's cool, actually. Like, I don't want to be with you idiots.
If you're not familiar with the Lime Tree Bower, Coleridge
That's a good poem.
Sprained his ankle, I think was the deal. Like, what, he twisted his
It
ankle
rules.
and
Yeah,
couldn't
he
go
out
hiking.
with his friends.
He couldn't go hiking on Mont Blanc with his rich friends. Like you do.
So he just writes a poem about how much they all suck.
Yeah.
And how, yeah.
He writes promotions. He's like, what a great time he had being left behind.
God, what a good poem.
And this is what they teach you in college level English courses. The ultimate form of I'm not mad.
It's good to me that I'm here. Oh.
Yeah, so don't think that memes are a new thing at all, because they're not. Go read them romantics, and then when you're done with them, go read the early moderns. And when you're done with them,
the early, yeah, you have to train up on the romantics. The early moderns are like so mean
yeah,
and just so crude. They rock.
and then I mean, and of course, we can just go even further back, and we get like Catullus, who just straight up just tells his critics, "I'll fuck you in the ass."
I mean, Dante is all the Inferno is just him being like, everyone who ever said anything bad about me is in hell now.
Yeah, which you gotta respect. Like that's the fan fiction we all want to be writing.
It also has the line talking about the demons. He made a trumpet of his ass, which is
What the fuck?
What is that? What is no?
Vendrick?
He can have new wigs. Vendrick heard us talking about literary criticism. He got mad.
Well, fuck you, Vendrick.
What is that?
Just cursed to the face as soon as we walked in.
What does curse even do in Dark Souls 2? I don't. It's a much less terrifying mechanic in this than Dark
I was
Souls.
gonna say, like, I mean, like, well, the only other thing, like, okay, so what the curse is just like it's just like a dot. I thought.
Yeah.
Wow, these guys are
It doesn't
already
seem to be
ringing bells.
impacting you
Or did I
now.
ring the bells?
You did.
I rang the bells. Whenever I
Ask
hear
not
the
who
bells
rings the
ringing, all I can
bells.
think of is there's one really, really terrible RZA freestyle.
On Bells of War.
Like RZA just does this freestyle, and I don't remember where it's from anymore. It's been so long. But he's just like, "Do you hear the bells? I hear the bells," and it's just like, RZA, what are you even doing?
That's not Bells of War. That's
No, it's just like
so bad.
it's just like, "Do you hear the bells? Do you hear?"
I
the
like
bells?
RZA a lot because RZA will throw anything at the wall.
Yeah.
When he's rapping, and like, you know what? I respect it.
Don't you
lot.
throw that shit at me, Vendrick.
There we go. That's what we want.
Oh, son of a bit. Okay, good.
Wow, nice. I can't tell if auto-targeting helps or hurts.
I
them.
don't. Yeah, I've been like playing with it on and off, and I can't. Well, that sucks. Okay, that's my 2. That's clearly that is.
We may have peaked at this point.
Yeah, I think we did, and that's okay because we got to talk about Wordsworth and Coleridge.
I think you might be right that's Coleridge, because Coleridge really, I mean, he really could be brutal to Wordsworth, and I think there was a period of time where they were not friends.
Yeah, no, like I want to say it was Coleridge, but
Well,
anyway. Well,
that was
kids,
an exciting stream. I enjoyed myself.
what a fun time we've had fighting a giant and then not killing Vendrick.
We did our best. Now we're sword wielder. So anyone who
Yeah.
drew cool art of Derby becoming a dual sword wielder, you have a new thing to do. Oh.
What is that? What is that?
I
Shit.
love using your shield as an attacking device in these games. Like,
Yeah.
no one does that, and I think it's because it just doesn't work.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to take that off. I wanted to look at it. Extremely sturdy, pitch black great shield. Colossal warrior staunchly watch over the shrine, ready to defend its resident, or allow one worthy enough to be granted audience.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
I like this because it's kind of like a reminder of Derby's time as a dragon person.
Yeah.
You know?
It also really looks like the shields that those giant guys at the dragon area were carrying.
I think that's
like a
what they
smaller
were.
version.
So it's just. Yeah.
Oh, really? It's actually that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you're
pretty sure.
right. You're right. Nice.
Yeah, that's where we got.
Yeah,
it
no,
from.
I really like it. I think it suits her very much.
Yeah. All right. Next time, we'll fight Vendrick. Maybe we'll fight the Throne Watcher if we beat Vendrick. Or maybe it'll just be 2 hours of fighting Vendrick.
Fighting Vendrick.
You
2 hours
never
of fighting
know.
Vendrick, and then the series is over. Dia quits video games forever.
Fuck this shit. We're not doing this anymore.
Next week, I learn how to knit. Next week, we're gonna learn mahjong together.
Yeah, next week it's just like, Trevor, prepare a lecture. That's what I'll just text you. Trevor, prepare a lecture.
I mean, listen, I'll do it. I gave a
believe
mean Wuthering Heights lecture in front of like 150 students once. I'll do it again.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been threatened by.
I've been, yeah.
Or you've
threatened by you.
you've been promised a great time. It sounds like to me. Trevor, where could the good people who watch this nonsense find you?
People can find me at No Cartridge. I missed last week because of COVID, of course, but looking forward to posting some stuff probably tomorrow or Saturday. A little late this week again because of sickness, but good stuff there recently. Getting back into the swing of video game content, which has been really nice. And my book's called Story Mode, so you can go check that out as well.
Yeah, you can get that, and you should, because it's really good. And it quotes
There's
me
a
a lot
blurb
in
by
it.
someone you might know.
Yeah, it's great because I'm inside the book as quotes, and I'm also on the back side of the book as a blurb.
It's true.
Because it's good.
More Dia than you can shake a stick at.
It's one of those things where I just feel like, maybe I'm doing the book a disservice. Trevor could have gotten someone real, but instead got me.
Nope.
Yeah, and it's a good book. You can find me here. You can find me on Twitter at Dialacina. I'm working on a piece. It's a Dead Dad piece. It's going to take a minute. It'll get done when it gets done. Just like these LPs will get done when they get done.
right.
I'm also, now I'm dealing with monkeypox, which sucks. The vaccine, which sucks. Hey, it's better than monkeypox, and it also protects against smallpox. So that's
Does
one
it?
less. That's what he said. So that's one less way the white man can get me.
I feel like vaccine resistant, white people are bringing that back, and that's not good. So I'm glad to learn that the monkeypox vaccine can protect.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's just like I'm glad I've got this extra layer of protection, because motherfuckers out here are not getting their shots anymore. So who only knows? They're gonna start fucking cows again, and then it'll all be over. Reminder:
Tip cows.
smallpox
Don't fuck
exists because white people couldn't stop living amongst their livestock.
I didn't know that. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's basically cowpox jumped to humans and became smallpox. They also got cowpox, but they got cowpox and kept getting cowpox, and then they turned into smallpox.
It's like the Simpsons where Jebediah Springfield is shocked that Shelbyville wants to marry his cousins, and he says, "Why would you want to do that?" And Shelbyville goes, "Why? Because they're so attractive." That's what the Europeans thought of their cows. God bless them.
Some of the first laws in America were bestiality laws.
Hey, listen, that's just public health. I get it.
It's the early New England colonies definitely had laws on the books very upfront and very early in their establishment about sheep fucking. So they're your Puritans for you.
This is why you should never skip the credits, folks. You never know what's going to pop up.
It's true. You got to watch the videos to the end, because that's where we talk about sheep fucking. About sheep fucking Puritans. So whenever you say, well, my family came over on the Mayflower, and then I just go, were they the sheep fuckers? In my head. I might not say it to your face.
Be careful how proud you are of that.
Yeah. Seriously.
Cool.
Until next time, everyone, remember that you have friends in Majula. You got me, you got Derby, and you got Trev. And, maybe next time we'll kill some guys together. But until then, be good, stay well, and don't get sick. Bye.
Yeah.